Good morning, everyone. So, for today, I will be your teacher in Earth Science, and this will serve as our final examination in our subject in teaching science. So, by the way, I'm Miss LG Perez from Romblon State University, taking up Bachelor in Secondary Education major in Science. So, how are you today? So it's nice to hear that all of you are okay. So our topic for today is all about the four sphere of the earth. But before we start our lesson, may I ask to all of you to stand up and anyone to volunteer to lead the prayer? Yes, please come forward. Thank you for volunteering to lead the prayer. Thank you again for leading the prayer. And now, we will discuss our topic. So if you want to have your own copy of our topic, please open your module on Earth Science on page 39 to 41. It's all about the four sphere of the Earth. So before we start our lesson, we will discuss what are our objectives in this topic. So first, our objective is to define the Earth sphere. So, after this lesson, each of you should be able to define what is an Earth sphere. And second, describe each sphere. So, you will describe what are the sphere of the Earth and what are those. And third, enumerate and differentiate the four sphere. So all of you are expected to enumerate and differentiate the four sphere. Lastly, in our objectives, you should be able to identify the importance of each sphere. Now, before I start explaining about the four sphere, so I have prepared an activity. So first, I have here a picture. As you can see, these are the four sphere of the Earth. But you will the one to analyze which sphere belongs the picture. So first, the air. Which do you think its sphere belonged? Yes? Very good. It's belong in the atmosphere. How about the land? Yes. Very good. Land is belong to the geosphere of the earth. How about the water? Anyone? Yes. Very good. Water is belong to the hydrosphere. So anyone who can identify what is in the last picture? Very good. In the last picture, it shows a forest or plants. So where do you think the plants and forest belong? Yes, very good. Plants, animals, and other living things that has life is belong to biosphere. So each of you have done a good work. So what have you noticed in the picture? Anyone who can say their idea? What have you noticed in this picture? Please raise your hand. Yes? Oh, very good. Those pictures have their own characteristic and has own properties. For example, the biosphere has the properties of all life, while the geosphere has the properties of the solid part of the earth. How about the atmosphere? Yes, very good. atmosphere has the properties of all the gases in the earth. And lastly, how about the water? Yes, water, streams, oceans are some properties of geosphere. So each one of you are very good. Now, we're done in analyzing this picture. And now we will show you a video presentation. This video presentation that I will show to you is all about the four sphere of the earth. So this video will explain briefly the earth sphere. So I am expecting that all of you will take notes. So to those at the back that will not see the video clearly, you may come forward to see it clearly. So I hope everyone are comfortable on each position. Now we will start the video presentation. And I'm requesting to all of you to focus on the video and listen carefully. So let's start now.
Welcome to Moo Moo Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to talk about the four spheres of the Earth. The Earth can be divided into four major spheres. The names of each of these spheres come from the Greek words that describe what they're made of. Geo for ground, bio for life, hydro for water, and atmo for air. Let's take a look at each of these four spheres in a little bit more detail. Up first is the geosphere. Since geo means the ground, the geosphere describes all the rocks, minerals, and other parts of the ground that are found on and also inside the Earth. The geosphere includes the inner core, outer core, crust, and the mantle. So, the geosphere would include the ocean floor, all the rocks on the surface, the sand in the deserts, and inside the Earth. The hydrosphere is made up of all the water on Earth. This includes rivers, lakes, streams, oceans, ice caps, glaciers, and even moisture in the air. If you take a look at the Earth from space, you will notice that it is blue in color. This is because the Earth's surface is over 70% water. Most of this water is found in our ocean. The biosphere is the zone of life on Earth. The biosphere extends to any place that life is found or can exist. This can be in the air, on the surface of the Earth, in our oceans, or any other location. And finally, our atmosphere is the layer of gases surrounding our planet. The atmosphere of the Earth is composed of nitrogen, oxygen, some argon, carbon dioxide, and some other gases in small amounts. These gases are held in place by the pull of gravity. So there we go, the four spheres of the Earth: the geosphere, the hydrosphere, the biosphere, and the atmosphere. Thanks for watching, and Moo Moo Math uploads a new math and science video every day. Please subscribe and share.
Okay, so the video is done. So anyone who can give conclusion about the video? Yes? Please come here forward. So very good. Please give her a fireworks clap. Okay. So do you know that clap? Okay. It's great to hear that you know that clap. So let's start. So how about others? Can you give your conclusion about the video? Okay, so if there's none, let's proceed to our second activity, the 4 pick one word. So, who among you know the game, the app on the cell phone, the 4 pick 1 word? Oh, it's nice. It's nice to see and hear that every one of you know how to play a 4 pick 1 word. So, does everybody experience to play this game? Oh, very good. It's nice to hear. So, I have here a 4 picture. 4 picture for each sphere. So you will arrange the rumble world, but you are guided by the picture to know what is the rumble world. So first picture. So the row 1 will identify what is the first picture about. So what do you think the first picture? It is composed of human, a crane, plants, and a grasshopper. What do you think these things belong? So very good. Very good, group 1. Please give them a clap. So very good. It is belong to biosphere. So next picture. So row 2 or the group 2. So what do you think the rumbled letter means? So it is composed of desert, land, rocks. So what do you think these pictures belong? In which sphere of the earth it is belong? So very good, row 2. It is the geosphere of the earth. So very good. So next, take note everyone, lithosphere and geosphere are same meaning. So next picture for the row 3. So what can you see in the picture? Clouds, yes. Outer space, okay. Accepted. So what do you think these pictures belong? So which sphere these pictures belong? Very good. It is belong in the atmosphere. Lastly, for the row 4, they will guess the last picture. So the picture shows an iceberg, an ocean, beach. So what do you think these pictures belong? So very good, row 4. It is belong to hydrosphere. So well done everyone. So let's give a clap in ourselves for doing great in this activity. For an activity, which is our activity 1 entitled Defining the 4 sphere, I will ask you, do you know the 4 sphere already? Who can give the 4 sphere? Yes? So very good. The 4 sphere of the earth are the geosphere, lithosphere. I mean lithosphere and geosphere are same meaning. Geosphere, biosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. So very good for you. So our activity is defining the 4 sphere. But before we start our activity, can you cite examples that are belong to biosphere? For row 1, any representative? Very good. Animals. What else? Plants. What else? Or humans. So very good. How about in hydrosphere? Yes, rivers. What else? Streams. Very good. What else? Iceberg. Yes, in the pictures that I have showed before, there is an iceberg. So what else? Ocean. Very good idea. So what about in lithosphere or in geosphere? Oh, very good. Land or soil are in geosphere. So what else? Rocks. So brilliant idea. Those are part of geosphere. So lastly, how about the atmosphere? Who can give some examples in atmosphere? Yes? Okay, very good. The oxygens that we breathe. What else? Oh, carbon dioxide that we produce, the human produced is, so the sky is part of the atmosphere. So everyone has a very good idea. Now we will proceed in our activity, which is entitled Defining the Four Earth Sphere. So the procedure, I will divide you into four. I will divide you into four. So to take to, to take our time wisely, we will not count to 1 to 4, but instead row 1 will be the group 1 and row 2 will be the group 2. Row 3 will be the group 3 and row 4 will be the group 4. Now, each group will select a leader. So in group 1, who will be your leader? Hey, how about in group 2? Who will be your leader? In group 3, who will be your leader? And in group 4. Okay, so leaders, select your secretary and Miss Secretary. Please pass the names of your group mates in me after this activity. Okay, take note that you will graded individually. I will observe you, okay? Now, I have here a jigsaw puzzle. And if you form this jigsaw puzzle, you will identify what sphere is this, okay? So after you solve the jigsaw puzzle, your leader, take note of this, you will the one to explain here in the front. So in explaining your works, you can base in explaining your works the idea you've seen in the video before, or your own knowledge. You were based on your own knowledge or in the video you've watched. Okay. So I will be giving you 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, so once the time is up, so we will start at the group 1 to report, okay? So start your activity now. Leaders, come here and get your jigsaw puzzle. Time is up. Finish or not finish, everyone stop your work. As I said before, group 1 will be the first to explain their work. So leader of the group 1, please come here forward to explain your works. So very good group 1. You have a nice explanation. So this puzzle is all about the biosphere. And now we will proceed to the group 2. Please, leader of group 2, come here in the front and explain your work. So very good. You have also a nice explanation. And now we will proceed to the group 3. So very good, Group 3. You have done nicely. And now we will proceed to Group 4. So very good, Group 4. So I hope you will continue your nice work. So please give a claps for yourself. So very good, everyone. Now let's explain what are the Earth's four spheres. So let's start for the biosphere. Biosphere, in the biosphere, it includes all life on Earth, including the plants, animals, and humans. Most of what's studied in life and livings is about biosphere. The biosphere also includes life in the oceans and under the soil. For example, bacteria living on decaying plants and materials, and the smallest sea creatures and plants are parts of the biosphere. Almost all the life on the planets is found between 3 meters below the surface of the Earth, or up to 30 meters above the ground, and in the top 200 meters of the ocean. Note, the first person to use the term biosphere was the geologist Edward Suess in 1875, when he wrote a definition for the biosphere as the planet on Earth's surface where life dwells. So, any question about the biosphere? Okay, so if there's none, let's proceed to hydrosphere. So, hydrosphere includes all water on the planet, including the oceans, lakes, rivers, groundwater, rain, clouds, glaciers, and ice caps. About 70% of the surface of the Earth is covered with water. The ocean contains most of this water, with only a small portion of it being fresh water. All the water on the Earth forms part of the hydrosphere. So, any question about the hydrosphere? So, it is clear that the hydrosphere is the water portion of the Earth. Now, let's proceed to the atmosphere. The atmosphere includes all the air above the surface of the Earth, all the way to space. All the gases that are present in the air are included in the atmosphere. Most of the atmosphere is found close to the surface of the Earth. The air contains 79% nitrogen, less than 21% oxygen, and a small amount of carbon dioxide and other gases. We will look more closely at the atmosphere later on this chapter. Now, it is clear about the atmosphere. So, any question about the atmosphere? So, if there's none, let's proceed to the lithosphere or geosphere of the Earth. So, geosphere includes the Earth's crust and the upper part of the mantle. All mountains, rocks, soil, and minerals included in the Earth's crust are part of the geosphere. Even the seafloor is part of the lithosphere because it is also made up of sediment and sand and rock. So take note of this. The lithosphere or geosphere is the solid portion of the Earth. So any question about the four sphere of the Earth? So if there's none, we will elaborate your knowledge about the four sphere. Did you know the names of the four spheres are derived from the Greek words for stone, litho, or geosphere. And for atmosphere, it comes from the Greek word atmo, which means air, and hydro for water, and bio for life. The word sphere is used in mathematics to describe the shape of a sphere. When we talk about the four spheres of the earth, we do not mean a ball shape, but rather we refer to the touching and overlapping layer within earth. The earth is made up of four systems or spheres: the biosphere, the lithosphere or geosphere, the atmosphere, and the hydrosphere. So, I have here a questions to all of you. So, first question. What are the four spheres? So, anyone who can answer the question? Yes? So, very good. And so, for number 2, who can answer my question? Yes, so please stand up. In mathematics, what do you mean the word sphere? So, very good. How about in number 3? Who will volunteer to answer my question in number 3? Okay, if there's none, I will give you the question before you answer this. So, in which word the four spheres derive? Okay. And what are their meanings? So, first, in geosphere, in what words was derived? Yes, very good, Lito. So, what about in the air? Very good. What about the water? So, very good. And lastly, what about the gases? So, very good. So, have you learned for today what are the four spheres? So, it's nice. So, what do you think are the importance of this sphere? Okay, thank you. So, on Earth, land, water, air, and life interact with one another. As humans, we are also part of this interaction. There is a fine balance between these four systems. If the one becomes altered, it has an effect on all the others. So imagine, what if our atmosphere will be polluted? Do you think the biosphere will be affected? Yes, of course. As humans, we are included in the biosphere. So what do you think if the air we breathe will be polluted? Very good. Humanity will be sick. And how about if the hydrosphere will be polluted? Yes. Many sea organism or water organism will be extinct. And imagine, what if there's no fresh water? How will be the biosphere live? So that is the importance of the biosphere, hydrosphere in the life of biosphere. How about the geosphere or the lithosphere? What if the soil will be eroded? Will be landslide? So where we will live? In the Mars? So every sphere is very important in the Earth. And also, the most very important sphere is the biosphere. Life on Earth is what it gives colors to the Earth. So take care of our lives and always wear your mask to keep safe because we are the most important sphere in the Earth, the biosphere. But I don't say that we are the most, but all of the sphere are very, very important. So that's why we need to take care of Earth. So have you learned for today? So it's overwhelmed me to hear that all of you have learned for today. Thank you for listening to me. So to test that everyone have learned for today, so please get one for sheet of paper. We will have an assessment, a short assessment. Our short assessment is identification. So you will identify if a given situation or a given statement is belong to hydrosphere, biosphere, atmosphere, or geosphere. So if it belongs to biosphere, you will write BS, capital BS. If it is belong to hydrosphere, you will write capital HS. So if it belong to geosphere, you will write JS. And lastly, if it is belong to atmosphere, you will write AS. So, is everyone ready? So please keep quiet because I will repeat the statement twice. Okay, so if everyone is ready now, let's start our assessment. So number 1, children at school. Remember to be honest always. So everyone who will caught cheating will not be recorded. Number 2, an iceberg. Number 3, mountains. Number 4, rocks. Number 5, waterfalls. Number 6, clouds. Number 7, grass. Number 8, oceans. Number 9, bacteria. And lastly, number 10, thunderstorm. So everyone is finished now. Please pass your paper forward. And I will check this. So well done everyone. Now you have learned the first sphere. So for your assignment, each group will make a song or a poem related to the Earth sphere. You may select only one sphere. So your topic will be the topic you get in our activity, the jigsaw puzzle. Okay? Poem or a song. So I will give the criteria to each everyone. Okay. The presentation will be tomorrow. So thank you for listening and I hope all of you have learned. Thank you for today and you may go out now. Thank you for watching this video and I hope you also learned from my topic.